If you're watching this video and you are in a place where everything is going wrong for you, every single day you're living a life you don't want to live. You're not living according to your own plan, according to your own brain. You're literally being controlled by the bad side of your brain. You're not focused, you're not disciplined, you're not a productive person. You can't study or focus for 3 to 4 hours at once. You can't talk to people because you have immense level of social anxiety. Maybe you have depression. Maybe you have bad habits, you have addictions. So if everything is going wrong in your life, you need to watch this video because in 2021, I was in the exact same place as you. For 4 months straight, I couldn't even work for a minute. I was distracted. I was watching social media. I was doing all of the bad habits. Netflix, junk food. I was obese, overweight, ugly, 96 kgs. I couldn't even turn my camera on in a Zoom meeting. That's the level of social anxiety I had. Couldn't even turn my camera on. When I would go out in a marketplace and there would be a lot of people shopping, I would get panic attacks in the middle of the market and I have to get out of the market and breathe and call my elder sister, cousin, who would literally guide me through meditation steps and calm me down. That's the level of anxiety I had 3 years ago when I was 17 years old. And now I'm at a place where I can talk to anybody I want. I'm talking to strangers every single day. I went to the UK, I had hundreds of friends. I was talking to hundreds of strangers every single week, and I had no anxiety in doing that. I was focused for 12 hours a day. I can focus still to this day for 12, 13, 14 hours, no problem. I'm disciplined. I go to the gym every single day, and I'm living a life on my terms, on the plan, on the action step, and I'm following everything I want to do. I'm not getting controlled by my mind. I'm not getting controlled by anybody else. I have set a plan for myself, and I'm going to give you the action step, the framework to get out of this rut right now and get into a position where you can finally make some progress because you're in the negative right now. And firstly, we got to get to the base level. Once you get to the base level, it is very easy to make a lot of progress in focus, discipline, social anxiety, all of that shit. So let's begin with the number one thing, which is understanding that lack of focus, lack of discipline, social anxiety, depression, every single thing that is going bad in your life, these things are not the problems. You keep on searching on YouTube how to be disciplined, how to stay focused, how to be consistent, how to get out of a rut, how to cure social anxiety, how to talk to strangers. You keep on watching these videos thinking that these videos will solve all of your life's problem, but no, these things are not the problem. The real problem is your bad mental health. If you fixed your mental health, and if you can imagine 200 years ago, where people weren't going through these mental health problems, depression, anxiety, they were living a life like a healthy human is supposed to live, and they had no issues like that. They would be able to talk to people, they would be able to go out and work hard and focus, they would be eating healthy food, they won't be eating junk food, everything would be going perfect or good in their life. Right now, your mental health is the number one root problem, which is ruining every single other aspect of your life. So you need to fix your mental health first. And then we can think about solving discipline problem, solving focus problem. Because once you get at the baseline of how a healthy human is supposed to live, then you can think about these things. And then it will be very easy for you to make a lot of progress in these things. Progress in being disciplined is not very hard. It's hard when you have a very shitty mental health. It's hard when you're living a life like an unhealthy human being. You're not looking at the sunlight. You're not doing anything properly. And that is exactly what I was doing for so many years. I was staying indoors. I wasn't playing any sports. I wasn't interacting with people. I wasn't going out. I wasn't being social. I was on my freaking phone playing video games for hours. How do you think I'm supposed to feel after playing video games for hours with zero human interaction and not looking at the sunlight for weeks and months of my life? How do you think I would feel? Do you think I would be, or you would be making any progress in discipline, in being focused, in being a productive member of the society, helping the world in solving some sort of a problem? Do you think you will be able to do that when you're living a life which is so tremendously toxic? So, understand that depression, anxiety, all of these bad things, they don't need medication. Doctors are prescribing medications all the time. That pisses me off so much because, like, in 5 minutes, they can prescribe you antidepressants and change your life forever. That is not that's just literally you haven't done anything to solve that problem in the first place. Being depressed, you need to at least like look for solutions. that you firstly come up with, rather than going on medications and prescribed drugs and giving every single power you have to that doctor, to that medicine, to that drug. You need to take that power and control from those people and take it and give it to yourself and do a favor for yourself for the first time in your life. So once you understand that every single thing that is going wrong in your life is not a problem, it's a symptom to the real problem, which is bad mental health and how you live your life, which is in an unhealthy way, that's when you can make a lot of progress. So I'm going to guide you through how do you fix your mental health very quickly, because everybody is talking about this and I want to go over these things very briefly. I don't want to waste your time. So number one thing you need to do is go on a dopamine detox. Right now, your dopamine receptors are getting flooded with so much dopamine and overstimulation. Your central nervous system is getting destroyed, it's screaming at you because you're looking at bright light, you're listening to loud music, you're watching social media reels, Instagram, and you're getting so much stimulation from so many different sources. And your CNS is not supposed to be handling all of these stimulations. So, you need to understand that you have to go on a dopamine detox and actually eliminate every single thing away from your life. You don't need to add an extra routine, add an extra habit. You need to subtract first in order to get to the baseline. Once you get to the baseline, then you can add things to your life. Then you can add that extra journaling habit, add that extra gratitude journaling habit. Then you can do these things. But at the beginning, you need to subtract and get rid of the things that is holding you back from going upwards. What are those things? Social media, loud music, Netflix, movies, the internet. You're spending too much time on the internet, on social media, that is ruining your mental health. If you have Instagram downloaded on your phone and you want to become successful, you have to run a business, you want to get good grades, Instagram, I guarantee you, you won't be able to achieve it because of Instagram. It is such a cancerous application, such a cancer that it is ruining everybody's mental health. It is I would say it's the worst application for mental health. So delete Instagram, delete social media, get rid of it. Turn your phone off because that is the only thing that is ruining your life. Like, think about it. If your phone didn't exist, would you be doing all of these bad things? Would you have such fucked up levels of dopamine? Um, Baseline. Your baseline is so low that that childlike happiness, that childlike energy is gone from your life, and no level of stimulation is giving you that happiness, that fulfillment. So subtract all of the negatives and actually stay with your own mind and thoughts for a week, for 2 weeks, for a couple of months. Go on a dopamine detox and just look at the fucking wall. Look at the wall. You don't need a music playlist. You don't need apps to stimulate your mind all of the times. You don't need videos that you can watch for entertainment. You don't need any of it, because for the longest time, our civilizations have survived without these applications, without these stimulants. Go out, look at the sunlight, live like a healthy human is supposed to live. I'll keep on repeating this phrase because this is the single phrase that will make you go from bad mental health, where you're doing everything wrong, to good mental health, where now you're living like a healthy human. And now you can do the work. Now you can focus for a couple of hours. Now you can get fulfillment out of the smallest things. You're grateful for people. You're happy. Second thing is going to be having a morning routine. A morning routine is the most important thing that you can have. Either it's you just waking up and starting to work and then having a morning routine if you are focused, or if you're in a season of life where you're focusing on work. If you are in the season of life where you're literally doing everything wrong, you're in a rut and you need to fix your mental health, then you need to have a morning routine that is specialized to fix your mental health and make your mental health better. So I had a morning routine a couple of years ago when I was depressed, when I was anxious, and I did the exact same 1 hour long morning routine every single day for months. And it took me 2 weeks to fix, like, to get rid of 80% of my depression, get rid of 80% of the symptoms that I was having a couple of weeks ago. What did I do? I woke up and immediately I took a cold shower. In the winter, by the way. Took a cold shower, got out, cleaned my room, cleaned my desk, made my bed. I got on my bed, put my headphones in, and I would meditate for 15 minutes every single morning. And I would be lying if I said I would be doing it every single day for 15 minutes. Some days I literally wouldn't be able to do it for 15 minutes, so I would do it for 30 seconds, for 1 minute. The idea is to set the bar so low that it is like impossible for you to not do those things. You'll feel embarrassed if you miss a day out on those good habits. And I don't want you to set like a billion habits that you will be doing every single day. Firstly, I want you to go on to dopamine detox. Secondly, I want you to follow a morning routine. And that is all I'm trying to say. You don't have to add a billion things in. Right now, morning routine, go take a shower, clean your room, right? Meditate. You can do gratitude journaling because that's what I did in order to fix my happiness levels and me being more grateful for the people, for the things I have right now. I did some breath work as well. So I would be doing this Wim Hof breathing technique. And you can look it up on the YouTube app. It is the best breathwork video I've ever gone through, and it will basically make you dizzy. Like it will give you so much mental clarity. You have to try it out. Every single time I would be distracted, I would be overstimulated, or I would be anxious. I would do this Wim Hof breathing technique, WIMHOF breathing technique, and you can search it up on YouTube. It's very famous. It's like 10 minutes long, and it guides you through multiple different types of breathing techniques. And by the end of it, I promise you, you will be literally feeling dizzy, and you have to lie down for it because it's such a powerful thing that you can do, and it will immediately just get rid of all the anxious thoughts, get rid of all of that overstimulation, that uneasiness you had in your mind. So do some kind of breath work. You can journal as well in the morning. You can go on a morning walk. You can train in the morning. That's what I did. So I would be walking out in the morning, doing some kind of cardio. And that's my morning routine optimized for my mind, for my mental health. Couple of months later, when my mental health was amazing, then I got into another kind of morning routine, which was me waking up and starting my work immediately 90 seconds after waking up because my mental health was already good. If you try to do that right now, you wouldn't be able to do that because your mental health is absolutely trash. So, firstly, fix your mental health. Once you fix your mental health, then you can have a routine, then you can have a protocol that you follow every single day, then you can wake up early in the morning, then you have a proper sleep schedule that you can follow every single day. You don't have any bad habits, you do all the good habits because you have a good mental health, because you are living a life which you're supposed to live like a healthy human is supposed to live. The next thing I did was talking to strangers in my morning. So my social anxiety was tremendously bad, to the point where I couldn't even hold eye contact with anybody. I told you my story, it was very bad. So I started off by saying hello or good morning while I was on my morning walk. I didn't do it day one, I didn't do it day 10. It took me 1 month to say hello to one person while I was on my morning walk. So I would say, hello, good morning. And they will say good morning back. That's like the simplest thing you can do. It's not like a rocket science thing to say good morning to somebody and wish them a good day. It's very easy to do that. And at that time I can understand because I had social anxiety, and it was the most difficult thing that I would ever do. But you need to understand, it takes time. Slowly, you will improve your mental health, and slowly everything else will reset at a base level or at a baseline, which is healthy. And you can now talk to people, you can now do the basic things. At the end, I would also say one more thing, which is you need to define a goal and a purpose and your why. So, what is your purpose? What do you want to do in your life? What's something that puts you in a flow state? If you had $1 billion right now, if money didn't exist, what kind of work would you be doing? Because a lot of people don't have a purpose and a defined goal. They don't have an outcome. They learn from Atomic Habits and random BS YouTubers who taught them that, hey, goals are bad for you. You need to have systems. But every system has a goal. It needs to have a goal. It needs to have something as an output. And that's the purpose of a goal. You need to have a direction. Right now, you're directionless in your life. That is why you're doing everything wrong. You're flowing with life. One minute you're sad, you're listening to sad music, you're doing sad things. Next minute you're angry, you're acting out on your anger, you're screaming at people. So don't flow with the life. Have a direction, have a purpose, have a defined goal, a output that you can walk towards and that you have in your mind, and you imagine it every single day. Because imagination, faith, desire, these are the things that will lead you to success. And even Think and Grow Rich, that famous self-help book, if you haven't read it, you have to read it. It's a very good book. It talks about it all of the times. Like it has a 30-page long chapter about faith and imagination. So, in order to have an imagination, you need to set a goal, write it down on a piece of paper. Once you write it down, then you can imagine it. And that imagination will convert slowly and manifest itself into reality, because that's how your brain works. It has a goal striving mechanism built in into your brain. Even like every single person has a goal in their mind, even if they haven't thought about it, even if they haven't wrote it down, because your brain automatically assumes a goal, whether it's negative or it's positive. It's just a goal striving mechanism. It's a system. It doesn't know if the goal is bad. If you're going to think that, hey, I'm going to fail in my exams, it's going to fail you, because it's a system. If you're going to think that, hey, I'm going to win that game, or I'm going to like get good grades, I'm going to open up a company and I'm going to be a millionaire. When you think like that, you will be a millionaire, because your brain has the most powerful goal striving mechanism built into you, and it works through imagination. Have a purpose, have a goal, Go on dopamine detox, fix your mental health, have a morning routine, and then you can slowly build up things. I'm going to give you the principles. I gave you the principles in this video. I don't want to give you like a tactic, a tip, because everybody is different and it works differently for everybody. So you need to define your own action plan, own framework by the principles I talked about in this video. Live like a healthy human is supposed to live. Once you start living like a healthy human is supposed to live, you will be automatically making progress and discipline, being purposeful, being focused. Your social anxiety will slowly go away. You'll slowly start to talk to people and interacting with the society and the rest of the world. You'll slowly be at a baseline which is very healthy. So, I hope this video helped you, and I hope you get out of the situation you are in right now. If you got value out of this video, I would urge you to like the video and subscribe to my channel. If you need my one-to-one advice or coaching, you can DM me on Discord or Instagram. Thank you for watching this video.